Good morning everyone. I am lecturer. Today I am going to discuss about the third semester subject fabric structure in that fourth unit weaves. In the earlier sessions we have discussed about the definition of the weaving, classification of the weaves, point paper design and detailed study of all the basic weaves, even the advanced weaves. So today's session is 8th session. In this session we are going to learn about the decorative weaves. First one, swivel weave. The swivel weave is the method by which decorative effects such as dots, circles or other figures are interwoven on the surface of the fabric while it is being constructed on the loom. The weaving of the design requires an extra filling yarn and additional small shuttles or insertion devices. So, what is a swivel weave? Swivel weave comes under the decorative weaves. It is not a basic weave, it is a decorative weave. So, we are creating the decorative effects such as dots, circles or any other figures while they are being constructed on the loom by using some of the small shuttles or the insertion devices. For this creation of the effects, we are using the extra filling yarns or the weftans. So, by using extra filling yarns in a small shuttle or other devices, we can create the effects, that is decorative effects like dots, circles or other figures by using these extra bobs while it is being constructed on the loom. While the fabric is being constructed, the row of small shuttles drops across the width of the loom and each interviews its separate design with a circular motion on a small area of the wall. The decoration produced by the swivel is not considered durable because the swivel yarns are cut when the fabric is completed and cannot be securely fastened. So, while being the fabric is constructed on the loom, small row of small shuttles drops across the width of the loom to create the effects, that is the figures, and each interviews its separate design with the circular motions on the small area of the wall. So small designs or the figures are introduced on the warp yarns, that is a small area of the warps, by passing the small rows of the small shuttles. The decoration produced by swivel is not considered durability because their swivel yarns are cut after completing the fabric construction. The cut ends roughen the undersurface of the fabric and may pull out if it is handled roughly, as may happen in laundry. Examples for the swivel weave: dotted space and grenadine. So, after creating the designs by using the extra filling yarns or the picks, the cut ends feels the roughen on the surface of the fabric and may pull out of the fabric while it is handled roughly. This is the diagram for the swivel weave. Small designs of the figures are introduced on the fabric while constructed on the loom. This is a loom. While it is being constructed on the loom, the designs are introduced by passing the small rows of small shuttles carrying the filling yarns. And after the creation of the designs, after the completion of the fabric construction, the yarns are cutted and they cannot be, if they are not fastened properly, the yarns may pull out and feel rough and surface. Next weave is the lappet weave. Lappet weave is also used to superimpose a small design on the surface of a fabric while it is being woven. In the lappet weave, the design is stitched into the fabric by needles that operate at right angles to the construction. Thus, the lappet weave is similar to embroidery. So, lappet weave is also a decorative weave. Lappet weave is also used to superimpose the small design on the surface of the fabric while it is being woven. So, they are not created by after the construction of the fabric. The small designs are superimposed while the fabric is constructed by using the loom. The design is stitched into the fabric by needles that operate at right angles to the constructions. Thus, lappet weave is similar to embroidery. The lappet design is made with one continuous additional yarn carried on the back of the fabric from one design to the next. For the stitching purpose or to join that design, the continuous additional yarn is carried on the back of the fabric. The fabrics made with lappet weave are superior because this stitching and also the continuous yarn is used to superimpose the designs. The lappet weave fabrics are superior compared to swivel weave. See the designs, images of the swivel weave. Next is the dobby weave. Dobby weave is patterned weave used to construct designs that cannot be produced by the plain twill or satin weaves. The designs are simple, limited in size and usually geometric in form. They are found in shirting and tie fabrics. So, dobby weave is a pattern weave. It is also decorative weave used to construct its designs that cannot be produced by the plain, that is the basic weaves. Plain twill or the satin weaves are the basic weaves. Dobby is the decorative weaves. Designs are simple, limited but geometric in the form. So, dobby, you can identify dobby weave from the geometrical designs. They are almost found in the shirting and the tie fabrics. The dobby weave is created on the plain loom by means of a mechanical attachment called a dobby or cam, which raises or lowers as many as 24 to 40 harnesses containing the series of warp yarns that form the patterns. So, here for the creation of the designs of the dobby weave fabric, we are using the extra attachment that is known as the dobby or the cam. By using this, we can introduce a designs, geometric designs. Here, how many harnesses we are using here? 24 to 40 harnesses, which contains series of warp yarns that form the pattern. Although a large number of harnesses is used, the design is always small, does not make use of long floats. Because we are using many harnesses, you can create, but here in that these designs are very small because we are creating the geometrical, they does not make use of long floats. The most familiar type of dobby weave is bird's eye, the small diamond pattern made with short floats that give the impression of an eye. For easy identification or for the easy remembrance, the dobby weave is bird's eye. See the effect. Next is the jacquard weave. The jacquard design is first worked out on the squared paper. Cards are then perforated to correspond with the design. They are laced together looking somewhat like a chain of punched data processing cards and placed on the jacquard attachment. The moving cards pass over a battery of needles mounted on top of the loom. Each needle controls a string which, when released, picks up the heddle to which it is tied. So, in the jacquard view, the punch card, that is a punched card, is used for the creation of the designs on the fabric. So, it is before it is used, it is traced on the paper, the design is traced on the paper, and on the cards are then perforated to correspond with the design. They are punched, somewhat like a sponge, the chain of punch data processing cards. So punching is done on the required area of the design, and it is fixed, mounted on the top of the loom. Each needle controls the string, which when released picks the heddle which it is tied. So it is mounted on the loom. Moving cards are passed over a pair of needles mounted on the top of the loom, and this controls the string, controls the movements of the, and released it picks up the heddle which it is tied. The perforations on the cards allow the needles to draw through and lift certain strings, which in turn lift single heddles independently of others. The preparation jacquard view is the most expensive part of its construction. Setting up the loom may take several weeks or months, but once set, the pattern to be produced can be used and reused for different materials. So, for the setup of this loom and the punching card of the designs, it takes many days, that is weeks or months first. But when it is set, once it is set, it can be used for many times and reused for different materials also. So first you have to trace the design on the paper or the card sheet. According to the design, you have to punch. The punching is done on the traced area, and it is mounted on the loom, and it allows the needles to draw through and lift certain strings, which in turn lift single heddles independently of the others. So it is very expensive, and the other means it is very expensive because of pre-preparation for the designs. This is the most expensive form of weaving. Floats are inevitable in the jacquard view because of elaborate designs. Example, brocade, damask, tapestry, and home furnishings. These views can be used for these purposes. These are the jacquard fabrics. See the designs in the answer the following questions. Explain spiral view. Second, describe lappet view. Third, explain dobby view. Fourth, describe jacquard view.